so I think we're going to start with the newest and work our way to the oldest. This one we got right here, let's go a little more into the light with it, is an HP. The model number is NC8430. NC8430. You can see it's pretty clean on the bottom. Windows XP Pro. Front's pretty plain. You got just your lights here and then the little tab that locks the screen down. Alright, so if we look at this side here, you can see we've got right here is your card slot, SD card reader, USB port, I believe that's mini Firewire. That right there is S-Video, modem, and Ethernet Kensington lock. Flip around to the back, you see we've got VGA out, and there's our power connector. And that's it for the back. And we've got a serial port, DVD rewritable, compact disc rewritable, 2 USB ports, and audio in, audio out. So outside looks, pretty decent. It's not really, scratched up or filthy. Take a look at the inside here. The original stickers on here is kind of worn, but you see Centrino Duo, designed for Microsoft XP. Keyboard looks good. It's got a decent enough screen on it. It's widescreen. Let me get a power connector plugged into it here, and we'll see if this one works. Nice stereo speakers here. You do have Wi-Fi button up here, volume controls and all that. All right. So this one's got a pretty beefy power jack as well. I couldn't read the requirements on there because there's a sticker on it. Let's see if I can see it here. Input 19 volts, 4.74 amps. And this is like, I think this is one of the business class models here. All right, any lights lit up? I don't see any lights anywhere. Probably because I didn't actually plug it in. Alright, oh yeah, alright, there we go. We've got a charging light on. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Oh, just saw something on the screen there. There we go, we're loading XP. I noticed this has got like a tiny little touchpad here, and you've also got your little button, your mouse button right there, and then you've got a center mouse left and right here as well as down here, so you can use your little nubby thing there, your little track button, I believe they're called, and you've got your middle left and right, or you can use the touchpad with your middle left and right, and it's even got a fingerprint reader. And it seems Windows is taking its good old time starting up here. And I'll skip ahead to where it finally loads. Yeah, well, I didn't have to wait too long. Alright, you see icons galore on the desktop, including this one here that says PC Rescue Security. Yeah, I get a feeling this is going to take a long time. There's probably a lot of crap on here. Let's try and see what we're working with here. Oh, I'm getting Windows installer popping up. Anyways, Core 2 Duo T7400, 2.16 gigahertz, 3.37 gigs, so it looks like 4 gigs of RAM because it's going to set some aside for the graphics. XP Pro 2002, ATI Mobility Radeon X1600. So yeah, not too shabby. All right, well, it works. It obviously needs to be reloaded. We're gonna take it all apart and clean it and all that. So we'll. That's driving me nuts. Let me shut this down and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we've got this big Toshiba here, and this is a big boy. This has a 19 volt 6.3 amp charger, and I believe, if I recall, this one will have a desktop Pentium 4 processor installed in it. But god damn it. Yeah, so I have a desktop Pentium 4 in it, but we'll take a closer look here. Front's pretty plain. You just got your indicator lights. On the side right here, it's like an IR reader, card slot, and it's got a DVD-ROM, CD rewritable. On the back, you got modem, Ethernet, 2 USBs, parallel printer port, VGA out, S-video. Power plug. Now these, we used to get a ton of these in the shop with a bad power jack on it. This one looks intact, but I mean, you never know. There's our Wi-Fi switch, microphone, headphone in and out, volume, and another USB. So let's open it up and see what the inside looks like. Alright, not too shabby. A little wear here. Oh, I noticed the power button's missing here. There's some media buttons here. Yeah. Pentium 4, so I bet that's a desktop Pentium 4 in here. Graphics by ATI, which would be part of chipset. Stereo speakers. And anyways, let's go ahead, let's plug this in and check this one out. Alright, no power button. I'm gonna have to poke something in there unless I can get it with my finger. Alright, I can feel it, but it's pushing, but nothing's turned on. I'm not even getting any lights on the front here, as you can see. Alright, so this one's DOA. We'll have to see what we can do about that. And that may still be the plug there, or let me check the AC adapter. If we're getting power to that, then it's probably that DC jack in the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. We got 19.5 volts, so AC adapter is good. Alright, so yeah, that was DOA. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we've got another little Toshiba. This one is, I'll take a look in a minute. Got this little ripply, wavy inset here on the lid, which is kind of cool. On the front, you got, looks like all kinds of indicator LEDs here and here. 1.44 floppy. On the side, you got PCMCIA slot, double one right there, and I don't know, I wonder if that's like the power button right there. You got your parallel printer port, IR sensor, fan, cooling fan, serial port, VGA out, power port, CD-ROM actually, USB port here, PS2 port, audio in. That's a nice feature right there, having an audio in, aside from microphone and headphones. Volume control and brightness control. Take a quick look at the bottom here. Looks like just a cover for the RAM and the battery there. The battery's probably shot, I'm sure. Alright, let's pop the lid. And let's plug the power in first. Alright, plug the power in, the lights come on, so that's a good sign. This thing's actually pretty nice. You can see all that. Pay no attention to my gaggle of wires back here. It's got a little touch button there, the track button. with the your mouse buttons here, which I hate this setup. Yeah, it's okay. So it's a Toshiba Satellite 2515 CDS. It's got stereo speakers, and yeah, this is just a nice looking little laptop for an older internet. So let me see if this is the power button here. Ha! There you go. Windows 98. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear that little hard drive in there just going. Right, we'll give it a minute here to load up. There you go. You can hear the Windows sound. Windows startup tone there. Alright, so this one's also got a ton of crap on the desktop here. Somehow I just opened up the control panel. Not sure how. God, I hate these little buttons. Alright, Windows 98 2nd edition. I'll have to blur out the name here. Satellite Intel. Genuine Intel Pentium, so it's got a Pentium 64 megs of RAM. I'm not sure what Pentium this is. Let's see. What do we got for display adapters? Chips and Tech 69,000 PCI. Alright, whatever that is. Alright, well, this one works. It definitely needs reload. We'll have to take this one apart, check the CMOS battery and the paste and all that, clean it out really good. But yeah, and then we'll reload this one, and this one works good too. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, this next one here is a beast of a machine. It says Synerjet 6000, which is probably not the manufacturer of this. This is probably rebranded. But anyways, yeah, that is what it is. Let's take a look around here. We got 1.44 floppy on the front, and that's it. Other than that, the front is plain. This has got a weird kind of, I don't know if like a rubbery matte finish on it. Pretty strange. What we got on the side here? Okay, so this is hiding our parallel printer port and serial port. I can't get that open. It says COM2, so that's most likely another serial port in there. PS2 port. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. On the back here. Alright, CRT. It says there's a VGA port, and this would be your docking port. And this would be where the battery goes. And I think that big ass battery that came with all the cords and everything is probably what goes in here. But I noticed there's no cover for it. Alright, this is where your power in goes, and power button just a off on weird kind of thing. Alright, so let's take a look at the inside here quick, and we'll plug it in and see if this thing even works. Alright, as you can see, she's pretty old. Got lights on here for DC in power, low battery charge, and here we got turbo. Your floppy drive indicator, hard drive indicator, scroll lock, caps lock, and unlock. You got a suspend, resume button right there, contrast, brightness, and keyboard. Yeah, this thing is actually pretty cool. You can see how much bezel there is on these older ones. I always found it pretty funny. Alright, where the hell does this thing plug in at now? Alright. Do we have any lights on? I don't see any lights coming on. So Let's find that. Where was that power button at on this thing? Right, yeah, I'm not getting anything here. Not even on this. Oh, there we go. Plug wasn't plugged in all the way on the adapter. Now we got some lights here. Whoa, look at that. Alright. I'll be damned. We didn't get something on the screen here. Hopefully this is showing up. Let me see if I can maybe contrast it a little more. Oh, too much. There we go. Alright, 1991 BIOS. This is probably from 91, 92. CMOS battery state low. CMOS display type mismatch. Yeah, typical. Alright. This looks like a photocopied sheet of paper here. But let's see what we got here. Standard CMOS setup. Alright, it says the date says 1980. Alright, yeah. Alright. Now let's see how do you exit out of here. Like the CMOS exit? Sure, why not? Yeah, copyright 1992, chips and technologies. So let's see, it's counting up memory again. Wait. Cyrix 486 CPU. Alright, so now we know. It's got, well, it does have a hard disk C type none, hard disk D type none, so there's no hard drive in here. So everything just runs off floppy, I guess, and I'm gonna have to dig up some floppies to bring up DOS on here, but you know, that's something we'll worry about later. Anyways, it works. I mean, you know, don't get to check much out on it. You know, obviously there's no operating system on here, but hell, that's kind of cool. All right, well, that was a look at the laptops that I picked up, and each one is going to get its own video as we go through and you know, get them fixed up and cleaned up and all that, and get them loaded up. So if there's anything that you know in particular that you want to see, you know, leave it down below in the comments, and I'll make sure to try to, you know, if I can, you know, I'll try and get that, make that a priority. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna say all winter long, you guys stay warm, and we will see you on the next one.